I'm checking Pedro right now. I'm not quite ready to go live, but I will check Pedro and make sure he's working. Pedro is not working. Sorry, it's trying. I broke it. Give me a minute. That 7 minutes is used for debugging Pedro. Column UID should exist because I just created it. Give me a second. Called chat ID. Sorry. Okay. Give me a second to restart Pedro. You should be able to talk to Pedro now. Sorry about that. Pedro's still broken. Go ahead and go live. I just changed this. Column UUID about. I didn't. Git. Somebody forgot to run a freaking Git pull. That was the difference. Do you think it'll fast forward only? It almost never does. That's what I thought. Rebase. You know, one day, I'll just have to use distributions for this, and we won't have that problem. Okay, now you should be able to talk to Pedro. Okay, it hasn't freaked out yet. And it's processing. It will post to 200 at some point, so. 200 post. It didn't fail here. So. Looks like we're good. I don't know if Oh! Chat ID of relation bot response does column chat ID doesn't exist. Yes, it does. No! Well, all of your chats are being... Whoa, what happened to my green screen? Whoa! Yeah, it's different lighting. I fixed the exposure on my camera. And now I had to change that. Dang it! Column chat ID of relation bot response doesn't exist. Oh. What did I do? I know what I did. Watch, is this. See, now it's still... Oh, the green screen. There you go. Now it's gone. It's just as bright. The only thing I changed was the exposure. Sorry, we're gonna debug Pedro in a minute. It's having an issue with this reference. So we're gonna go goose down. Okay, fine. All I need to do is remove that reference, right? Unless this is invalid. Okay, sorry. I am going to be working on DuckDB. Oh, now I'm see-through! Whoa! That's super cool! Now I'm see-through! I want you to know that my opacity is straight up like 100. I feel like a ghost talks. So about right here is that. I didn't do any. Okay. That helps a little bit. I think Pedro's alive, just not responding yet. I apologize. I got distracted. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. That's because I forgot to do this. Okay. I'm removing this reference and I'm just going to add that later. Okay. Restarting Pedro. Go! Now you should be able to talk to Pedro. I'm the ghost again! What even is a green screen, guys? Why do we even have filters if all it's gonna do is make me disappear? Okay, I'm real now. That should work for all time. It could also be because I'm wearing black. It could totally be because I'm wearing black. Okay, Pedro's processing. It just did a post. Oh, we didn't actually talk to Pedro yet. Should we test Pedro? I think that means this is new. I think that's new. Ad starting now. The ad didn't start. Column chat ID of relation bot spots doesn't exist. Okay. What do you mean it doesn't exist? It exists. Chat ID exists. Chat underscore ID. Create alt add column to bot responses. Right? Bot responses is the name of it. What do you mean? And if I go over here to bot responses table, I run it, and then I'm like, oh, let's go look over here. Oh, guys, it's bot response. I didn't take down Pedro that time, did I? So now let's try. Sorry. I tried to debug this yesterday, but it's really hard to message Pedro without a live stream. So at someday I'll create a dev environment where I can like emulate this and do other cool things. I'm sure the library has it. Pedro's alive and using llama 3.1! Look at that! We did it! Good job, guys. Good job. Now we can do what I actually wanted to do today. Now we can do what I actually wanted to do today. So this is what I wanted to do today. Why did the developer get his job? Because he didn't get a raise! Look! Llama 3.1 does, oh, where's the Pedro theme song? It is time to celebrate with the Pedro theme song. I should have that just straight up ready to go. All the times. Okay, ready? Where is my library? This should just be ready to go. Ready? I think you can hear it. Oh wait, you can't hear it. Okay. This is Pedro. Okay, just let me add my desktop audio. Okay, give me a second. We pause this. And now I unmute this. And let's see if you can hear this. Pedro, 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 Pedro was quite loud? Pedro's supposed to be quite loud. Yes. What we need to do... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Sorry. That was way too hard to get going. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a command called Pedro dance. Why did the programmer get his job? Because he didn't get a raise. We just had that joke. That was the same dad joke as last time, Pedro. Sorry, we need to make the Pedro dance be a thing that you guys can, trigger. So, with channel points, we're gonna add a new button. It's gonna be sound video. No, it's gonna be from my uploads. Okay, I can upload your first media. Does that mean I need to drag and drop this thing? It could be it won't be a command dance, it'll be channel points. So you'll have to you'll have to do that. My dad Gape is strong, like a Linux distro upgrade. Oh no, it's not a valid link, Pedro. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Why won't you let me upload Pedro? Okay, so I want... How did we upload media? Add new animation. What? Media. Oh, see? I have a bunch of these. Save. Why can't I... Okay. So now when I go to my alert... Oh my gosh, it did say cheese 37 times. So now I want to add a new button. I want it to be video and sound. I want it to be my uploads. I don't have uploads. I want it to be favorites. I don't have favorites. How do I update uploads? How do I do this? Can I do this? No, I can't do that. We just determined I couldn't do that. Okay, so when this happens, this alert comes up. I know I want to... No, I don't want to do that. I want on channel points... Oh, I didn't want to get rid of the text to speech. Okay. Don't let the decimal point fool you. It's not bigger. Learn how to subtract, dude. How do you upload? I don't know. We'll figure this out later. Remind me. Somebody on Discord... Will somebody on Discord remind me to update the channel points after the fact? Like... Because I should be able to go to my library and do this, and it's not. Cool. So... Oh! Okay, I can do this now. Only supports... What kind of file do you think this is? Oh, I wonder if I actually saved it somewhere, like somewhere real. No, it would be in Twitch. Oh yeah, I have an MP4. Okay. I am a master of absurdity. Oh, it tried to use... Broke Pedro. It tried to use an emote. It didn't work, but it tried. Good job, Pedro. Next step. Okay, so now we go to my alerts, we go to channel points, we delete this because I don't know what that one was. No. Oh, let's viewers submit YouTube and clips which play in alerts. Okay. We can do that. Video or sound, my uploads, Pedro, we're gonna favorite you, add alert. Okay, let's test it. Ready? Test in browser source. Nice. How many channel points? Should we make this 5,000? People have got 5,000 points, right? Okay. Done. Now if you've got 5,000 points, you can play Pedro 2. Done deal. Now back to Postgres. Splicing duck and elephant DNA. So this came out this week, right? Okay. It came out exactly 9 days ago, so last week. Didn't do it twice. Well, Tox played it. Oh, good job, Tox. And so did JP, right? You know, in Uruguay, people named Juan Pablo went by Juanpi. So think about that for a minute. Ooh, copy link. Does anybody want to go to the... Some people call you Juanpi. I bet they speak Spanish. They speak Spanish. Does anybody want to test out Pedro's foreign languages with Llama 3.1? Postgres is generating a lot of excitement. It's been named the 2023 DBMS of the year. Yes, but we're way past that. Postgres is a lot of great things, but if you try it for analytics, you hit a wall pretty quickly. Did you break Pedro? No, Pedro's just been cycling. Which means instead of posting to... posting to Twitch, it just stores it in the database and reconnects. Oh, there we got some nice Korean from Rugmat. Because they tried to run analytics out of a timescale, which is even worse than straight up Pedro. So I won't tell you who did that, but it was somewhere I worked. For example, you might want to know how revenue is growing in the Netherlands, or how many of your customers have names that rhyme with duck. If you worked at my current job, you would be solving that with a vector database. Because let's be honest, why would a regular database know how what letters something ends with? Are we, oh, we should check our, H-top. Oh no, we're just crashing memory there. Oh, is that Japanese or Chinese? I can't tell. That doesn't look like Japanese to me. Give it, it hasn't hit 800 yet, so we're okay. Pedro might survive. It has recovered from 400% CPU. It has never recovered from 700% CPU, so. Okay. And just for your sanity, I can check the last inserted. Oh. We only got Pedro list 3 countries with O. Was that today? That was today. 5 minutes ago. Pedro hasn't posted one in 5 minutes. Interesting. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We'll give Pedro a minute. It still thinks it's a cover goal. It's only hit an hour of time, so... Okay. Yeah, remind me in like 15 minutes. Why does it... You know how Slack has a reminder thing? Remind me in 15 minutes if we haven't seen from Pedro, and I'll restart him. These are analytical queries enough that... Can LLMs... Do LLMs understand the concept of rhyming? Or would we have to do a straight-up letter matching? That's a question. People have tried band-aids to improve Postgres analytical performance, but they haven't been particularly successful because of being good at analytics requires being different than things for running queries. Like being able to operate over batches of rows at once, avoid decompressing data until absolutely needed, and typically it takes a purpose-built analytical effort, which is an analytical engine, which is a ton of effort. Door hinge and sporange, a rare botanical term. Well, ChatGPT can figure it out. I know about door hinge because of Drake and Josh. This is where DuckDB comes in. DuckDB is an in-process OLAP database that uses vectorized query engine to process chunks of vectors of data at a time. This makes it valuable for answering analytical questions about what's going on in data. Is that where you learned about door hinge and orange? That was in the episode where Josh wrote a song. DuckDB's popularity has been soaring due to its speed and ease of use. Yes, I would have a DuckDB instance running literally right now if I didn't have to deal with Seago. So DuckDB, because I don't refuse to do anything. So here's the thing. I decided. So my friend, I have a nonprofit, and that nonprofit has a Slack, right? Magic. So, we have a nonprofit, and we run a Slack for that nonprofit, and then I run a Discord for this. One I'm clearly much more active on. So, this guy just posted a thing. This is it. Have I heard about DuckDB in prods? Like, in prod? Are people running it in production? What do you mean by running it in production? It's an analytics database, so who's doing analytics in production? People only do analytics in one-off reports. So, take that as you want it. Anyway. Oh, we should add my new podcast to the thing. That's what we should be adding to Nightbot as a timer. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Okay, so it says, Go is my hammer and everything is a nail. I haven't read this yet, but not only is this true, and this is why I don't have DuckDB running, because DuckDB Go is a great library, but Seago is not. I can never get Seago to run in Docker. I just can't. So here's the other thing too. Did I ever get Postgres in here? Oh, also, I love dark mode. There are certain things, though, that when they put them in dark mode, I'm like, why is this in dark mode? Excalidraw is one of them. I just can't do it in dark mode. Oh, I didn't add Postgres yet. There we go. The other thing that 100% I use like a hammer is Postgres. So we have two hammers. We have a little gopher and we have Postgres. That's a screw, like just straight up a screw, right? Do they have a picture of a nail? I want a picture of a nail. Ha! Should look like a chalkboard. It didn't look like a chalkboard. So we have a hammer right here. right? We're gonna hit our nail, and what our hammer is? Our hammer is now going to be those two. Postgres and Go. And now that we have DuckDB, and what is the nail? The nail is literally all software. Should we make this hammer like ridiculously oversized? Like, we're just all software, and then we just take this giant hammer and, like, annihilate it. Oh, this isn't supposed to be an agility. Why is my workspace called that? My workspace is it's called Mariah's workspace. I just needed I paid for this. Okay, sorry. I just, like, if I draw something for work, it just needs to be, like, in a collection. That's pretty much it, right? So in this collections, I'm gonna have work. Right? And in work, we do that. And this one goes in the regular one with Pedro, right? We have a Pedro design, and then we have this, which is all software, is this tiny little nail, and we're just gonna annihilate it with those two things. And now that this can just be attached to it, today we are announcing the collaboration on PG DuckDB, a Postgres extension that combines Postgres and DuckDB. It's a fully open source and permissive license. Oh no, you should use DuckDB for that. I am just saying. I'm just making a point that people are ETL is one thing, but who's like literally doing automated analytics that gives dashboards? Like, that's so fancy. They're probably using Spark or something if they're doing fancy. The challenge ahead. In order to really make DuckDB Postgres extension that looks like and feels like Postgres, it's going to take a lot of work to get right. So, JP, I would love to use DuckDB in a lot of ways in an automated pipeline. 100% in support of that. For example, if you had... If you're talking about prod being an environment and you don't want data being on somebody's local machine, then yes, use DuckDB to store that data for the purpose of analytics. 100%. For automated pipelines, like, to me, I see DuckDB as something that's meant to be spun up and taken down. Like, that's 100%... I've heard of running Lambda yes, but that's it. But they're spitting them up and taking them down. That's what I'm saying. If you're using a Lambda function to run a DuckDB job, you're spinning it up and taking it down. And that's its intended purpose, in my opinion. It's not meant for, like, long-running things. So I'm fine with that. So, like, as long as you're doing that makes sense. I knew that Crunchy Data was a commercial version because somebody... In fact, there are several other folks who have built DuckDB to Postgres. Crunchy Data. I searched this last night. in there. No, I totally agree with it. Like, that's why I think that if it's ephemeral, I literally, I think if you're doing anything it's ephemeral, you should do DuckDB. It's when you want to, it's the weird state things that make it interesting. I haven't worked at a place that let me experiment that much. And right now, I'm working as a back-end engineer again, so. ParadeDB is similar. These projects on their own, but building an open and making sure DuckDB can operate seamlessly in a Postgres environment will be helping these projects. First, we commit to the thriving. After all, isn't Mother Duck a hosted DuckDB? Yeah, it is. And you want to know why Mother Duck will make money? Because data people would rather pay somebody else to do it. Today at DuckCon 5, that's hilarious that it's called DuckCon 5. Joe Ciarino from Hydra showed off the extension of some of its capability, and Francis Perry from Otherstruck demonstrated PG DuckDB running some queries combining Postgres and Mother Duck. If you didn't make to the event, you should be able to check out the videos once they're posted. Seamless DuckDB support to be able to access Mother Duck data in the cloud or your Postgres over time. So this is what I want to do. I have some analytics I want to run. And hosting Postgres isn't like hard. I mean, hosting my own Postgres for my own personal stuff is not hard, right? So I use Podman. There is no, so Podman is not really a thing. I don't think... Oh, we're having an ad break. Anyway. Yeah, some people are using DuckDB in production. I haven't talked to any of them yet. Project and engineering all hands. That's terrifying. Oh, that's might be right when I'm scheduled to record my thing. Why does this not let me view it by the day? Sorry, I just got an invitation for something on the 5th of September. Okay, whew. It is not during that. No to this event. I can go to that event. Okay, that was rough. I 100% wish I had more time to mess with DuckDB. 100%, that would be my life goal. So, that's what we're going to do today. I have a Raspberry Pi that I think already is running Postgres, or at least it ran Postgres at one point in time. Not you, yes. This Raspberry Pi. No, this shouldn't be the one running Prometheus. Prometheus should be running on the other Pi. What? This one should be running Prometheus. What? I thought this was the one running Prometheus. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fine, I guess. This was the one I was planning on running postgres on. I guess we'll run postgres over here then. Okay, this is the one that should be running Prometheus, not the other one. Oh my gosh, okay. Why am I running Prometheus on my other Raspberry Pi? Okay, you run Prometheus, sorry. Yeah, you shouldn't be running Prometheus, dude. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to run it on, because this is the one that my analytics CSV files are, are on. The cron job doesn't run, but we can pretend. So, what I need to do is I need to make a directory postgres data. And now I should be able to do podman. I should be able to do a podman pull of postgres. And then I should be able to mount the volumes of that, right? Oh, it's just podman pull postgres. Oh, sorry. docker.io/postgres. Why do I have to use docker.io? Because I'm using podman and I didn't set up Docker as a default container registry in whatever config file because I didn't care about taking the time when I can just type docker.io. That's why. Oh, Pedro's still broken, guys. You've got to remind me. Okay. Let's restart Pedro. Not that part. We just need to restart this part. Okay. We're back to no CPU. So Pedro's alive, guys. Okay, so we have that installed. The question is, how do I want to connect to this? That's a good question. Yo, Pedro, puedo hablar en 5 idiomas. Español, inglés, francés, alemán y portugués. Eso es gracias a la magia de Google Translate. Oh, Meta, a Facebook product, uses Google Translate. ¿Necesitas ayuda con algún texto en un idioma específico? Don't know, Pedro. Hey, chat, what's the most useful software you've discovered recently? Okay, my question is Soypet2 thinking... an emote? Okay, it is an emote. Okay, so it could have been the colon that it didn't like. Oh, I didn't mean to type LS there. Oops! Okay, I was just checking. So we have a postgres data. I need to run it with the mounted volume. I guess what I'm thinking is, should I have a username and password? Which I should. And how should I pass those in? Probably using... I know. I know! Oh. Uh-oh. Guys. I can finally do it! I am going to use... I think I have this, so let me just double check that I have this installed locally. Sweet. Oh, is it brew upgrade that doesn't do homebrew itself? Sweet. Okay. Wait. Can I just do this? I don't have to do the rest of it, right? No, I have to do that whole thing, don't I? No. Yeah, I do. Yum, Alpine. Alpine's so much cleaner. Look at that. Nix OS. I already have developer mode turned on, so... Oh, this won't work. Okay, I can sign into the account manually? Oh, that's too hard. This is worth doing eventually, but it's too hard now. Okay. Let's get Postgres running! So most people would say, hey, use a Docker Compose file for this. See? What the heck is Docker stack? Oh, was that the swarm stuff? And the reason that they say to use Docker Compose, is because then we could mount the volumes and stuff. So I probably will do that. But I'm actually gonna make a new project for this. What should we call this project? Well, that makes it sound like it's an actual tool. I'm gonna call it Eliduc Analytics Connector. So I'm calling it. Getting it. Mariah, why? Well, then I'll just put the repo in the thing, and that's where my Docker Compose will live. And then my scripts can live there, and all the fun jazz. This is just how I like to organize my life. It's a Docker Compose.yaml, right? It is, but you can still click on it, right? It does need a space, but it works. And Pedro's broken. Pedro responded! Pedro responded to the emote! Talks! Maybe that's why... Good job, Pedro. Set shared memory limit when using Docker Compose. What is a shared memory limit? I don't understand that. I really am liking this model. This llama stuff is great. You know, I used to follow Medium tutorials all the time. PG admin, look at that. But I've decided Medium is a spawn of the devil. There we go. This is kind of what I wanted. No, that's straight up what I wanted. Only one service called database. And we're actually, instead of calling it DB, let's call it, we'll just call it analytics. Should we call it data warehouse to be completely redundant? That's a good question. Pedro, what secrets do you have on me? What are you storing? Uh-oh. Pedro got moderated because it talked about Java? Soy Pete Tech is working on a project called Project Pixel Pusher. I thought we turned off the Java moderation. Hola chat, what's your favorite programming language to use for game development? Do you prefer C++, Java, or maybe Python? Yeah, I thought we turned off the Java moderation. Didn't we? Oh, it's just straight up disabled. Oh, I'm the only one that can't see Java. Who did that? That's hilarious. Okay, well, everybody else just play with Java, and I'll just, like, pretend that... That's hilarious, that it just mutes it for me. That's hilarious. What is adminer? I don't think I've ever used something called adminer. Okay, let's read this. You'll see that both services are set to restart always. Okay. This makes your data accessible whenever your applications are running and keeps the adminer management services active simultaneously. Java is my blind spot. That's literally accurate right now. When a container fails, this ensures that a new one starts right up. Oh, that's good. Okay, but you didn't tell me what adminer was. So when you mount the volume... Okay, so environment variables. Environment variables are Postgres password, Postgres user, Postgres DB. PG data defines another default location or subdirectory for the data files. And this should be the local one that I have set up, I believe. So I called that just straight up like PG data or something. Postgres data. So it would be... like that. Postgres password. Well, let's just try this for now. I'm just gonna, we'll delete this, right? In a minute. I just want to test. Oh, how do you install Docker Compose? Oh, does Podman Compose install? That's not, how that's spelled. Okay. Oh, it's... normal. Just normal stuff. Yeah, we're trying to get Docker Compose to work. Yep, I'm on Twitch. And you didn't answer. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear that FaceTime call? How do you do this? Oh. Do I need to do Podman Compose help? I'm gonna stream. Bye, guys. It said you not found. But Podman Compose is a thing, I thought. Podman. Oh no, it's just Podman options commands. So Podman Compose. Oh, it says I can run Podman Compose help. Okay. It doesn't actually like Podman Compose. But you usually don't have to install Docker Compose. Docker Compose comes with Docker. See, this is why I usually don't use Compose. I usually just, like, will use the Docker, like, straight up command. Postgres passwords file? What's a Postgres passwords file? I've never done that before. Yes, I just didn't... I don't know what it's supposed to look like. The file pgpass in a user home directory contains password to be used if the connection requires password. No password has been specified otherwise. What the heck? Why does it keep saying game development, Pedro? At least the emote worked. That's awesome. Okay, so we could pass a postgres file with like configs and stuff. Yeah, HTML. That's good. That's good. Okay, ignore this. HTML is not a programming language, my friend. It's a markup language for structuring content on the web. For game development, you might want to consider languages like C#, Java, C++, or Python. You may even consider Unity or Unreal Engine. Okay, tell me that Pedro on Llama 3.1 is not exponentially more competent than Pedro on Mistral 7B version 0.1. Like, and I think 6 months or however long it's been since the one old model was released is the difference. This is way better. We're keeping you forever, Pedro. Okay, so what am I... Oh, I'm removing the Docker Compose because I don't want it. I'm gonna remove Docker Compose. I'm gonna make a directory called bin, because why not call it bin? And in bin, I'm gonna make this one. I'm gonna call it run postgres.sh. And then you go here. So this would be... So this is my local path, which was postgres-data. And then when they were like, hey, do this location on the Docker Compose, that's this one. Copy. Here I mounted 2 volumes. I only need 1. We're not going to use 9090. And so I do 5432, 5432, like that. And the reason for this is I could come up here and do environments. We do want to give it a name. And let's go up to where those variables were listed. They're there. Postgres is the last thing we need, sorry. So the name would be analytics postgres. Analytics, right? Because we're going to use this as an analytics database. So here I want to use $PG PWD, and I want Postgres POSTGRES, but it's a username, right? Equals to $. We will make that one an environment variable. And the last one is the database. And we're just gonna call this analytics. Actually, we're gonna call it analytics. That's fine. So this is what we will run. And you don't get to see my secrets. Watch me forget to remove this. Pedro, what password should I use? Is Hunter2 a good password? No, Hunter2 is a weak password. It's a default password for some Mac applications and easily guessable. Use a password manager like LastPass to store unique passwords. I don't use LastPass. I use 1Password. Oh, no. This is the one I wanted to be on. The problem is sponsored. I wish. Anybody from 1Password want to sponsor me? Invalid reference format. What didn't it like? It didn't like my... We can go back to live scene. It didn't like this. And it probably has to be with... What is the most underrated open source project you've stumbled on recently? Ooh, that's a good question. Underrated open source project. I've got one. You want to know what I think the most underrated open source project is? It is this one right here. I can't tell you how many times I reference this in an average week. Just learn how to use databases in Go, people. Anybody else? Anybody else got thoughts on underrated open source projects? I think it was name first. It doesn't like how I'm mixing. That shouldn't matter. They're all like things, right? So podman. So it is podman options command. Oh, does it not like that I put all of those things after run? And -D is usually at the end, by the way, because it puts it in the background. It doesn't know what the port flag is? Oh, those are all specifications of the run command. Oh, I see. So this one. So we have podman run. Blah de blah blah blah. So here, podman run name blah 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 blah. Yeah, these are all based on the run. So what's the issue here? I don't know what the issue is. Invalid reference format. Which reference doesn't it like? Oh, I think these all need to be -E, that's why. Like this. Yep. Look at me learning Docker. It's only taken me 7 years of running Docker to figure out how to freaking use it. So now it's running. So if I go Docker... Oh, not Docker. Podman. PS. Podmac. That's what we should have called it, like Pac-Man. Now we're running Postgres. So now... do I have PSQL here? I do. I can watch. So if I do, it should be Raspberry Pi. The port is 4321. The user, oh, I didn't source my secrets here, so I'll have to do that here. Should be $PG_user. That's what I thought. Source.secret. Gotta love that. PSQL. Yeah, -P-U-W for password. The default is not Mariah Peterson. DB name was Analytics, right? So host name. It probably didn't like this as a host name, so we'll change that in a minute. Oh, I don't need to force the password prompt. -D. We called it analytics, right? Okay, so we've got a user. Okay, so it didn't like my password. Because I use one. And it's like pretty random. I just tried to type this. Like, that's essentially what I tried to type, because that's what I have set as the environment variable. But I don't know if that's gonna work. So let's try this again. It was analytics. What I named? Oh, analytics. Oh. Sorry. I'm hiding my password. Not that any of you will do anything with it, but... These questions are really good. That's a good thing. I don't know. I think it's connecting to the server. That's not my issue. Honestly. So this week, if you want me to answer that question, Pedro, this week I did show a coworker how to use grep to search history. So. Oh, I need to schedule more posts. I have scheduled Go West posts that run regularly for my conference. Wait, so with what that password file thing said, right, when we were reading about the Postgres password, it has like this password file, and we looked it up and it said this is where you store like your default passwords for connection. Honestly, it would have been nice if I hadn't run it in the background, because then I could have gotten, like, the logs at least. Right? See what it was running. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing. And that's just using a database thing. So, okay, so I'm still getting the same error that the password authentication failed. So I'm going to stop this. Oh. What do you mean there's no such container? It's called Analytics Postgres. I literally... Oh, I misspelled it. Analytics. There we go, let's stop. Okay. We're back. So I'm thinking, let's just test it without this command. Do I have to delete it? Docker rm? Oh, I did. Well, that's dumb. Okay. Well, that's because we don't want a... Oh. Well, I've done this before. I've run Postgres like this before. Without a password. Oh, I think it's just using the default password Postgres, right? It just defaults to Postgres. Oh, that's not the user. It's been using user-d? Why is it using user-d? Is it because I need to source? Like, oh, I probably do. Postgres. What? I've done this before. I'm not... I feel like an incompetent idiot right now. Let me just check something. One more thing I gotta check. It is Go, Pedro. Did I need to do SSL disabled? I don't think I did. Okay, let me go in. make sure I'm not showing anything anymore. Okay, I'm not showing anything anymore. When it said to check, it said to just do this. I'm on Twitch. So oh, so you're saying I should have just put this as an environment variable? What if I change my environment variable to be those specifically? I'm gonna try that. Sorry, you don't get to see it. Oh, that needs to be local. Postgres underscore password. Is it Postgres underscore user or Postgres underscore username? It's Postgres underscore user. So now when I run this thing, oh, I need to source it. I shouldn't need to specify that. No, I do still need to specify that. Why did the password authentication fail for me as a user? I am so confused. I'm removing this because I want to run it with the password next time. And this last time I think I ran it without the password. Okay, I'm just gonna, let me sanity check something. So if I were to just here, right, I just ran postgres. Actually, I already talked about my freaking open source project. Let's go over there, because this was the exact situation. Exact situation where I've connected before. I ran this exact thing here. I'm not joking. This exact thing I've run here. And then I went over here and I was like, okay, PSQL. Where was it? Oh, this is 2. And this is the... I'm not joking. Did I misspell Raspberry Pi? No, I didn't misspell Raspberry Pi. See, it runs now! Clearly, what did I do that was different? Postgres password, Postgres username. Postgres password, Postgres username. Oh, I went the wrong way, so I should be able to do -D. Oh. Yes, look, and these are all the things I've run against it. It has the volumes persisted in, oh. Should I try connecting to Postgres? Well, let's try calling Docker instead of Podman. And we need to add the Postgres -E post postgres underscore password. This is exactly what I want Pedro to be doing. I'm gonna get rid of this and we'll just have it be Postgres. Oh, I should have gotten rid of the -d. Three, two. You can't even see my screen. You haven't been able to see my screen for a long time. Okay, Okay. Okay, so here's where we're at. When I run this, I can connect. Oh, you can't see it. When I run this, I can connect. Sorry. I can connect with this. What I can't, when I do this, I can't connect. So we're gonna get rid of this -d so I can see logs, or I want to see if it tried to connect. The other thing we're gonna get rid of is this name, because I don't have a name in the other one. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change this to postgres. So now the only thing I'm doing is I'm mounting a volume. The only things I'm doing too. I'm mounting a volume and I'm changing the username. Ooh, do you think Pedro can make an original dad joke? And, I've got one that's bite-sized and cheesy. Why did the programmer quit his job? Because array. That's it. He's only got the one about the arrays. I think I've injected too much into knowledge about it being a software channel. Roll Soy Pete does not exist. So PG user didn't work. Okay. Rugrats. Ha, okay, here's one. Why did the developer his job? Because he didn't get arrays of appreciation. Trollface. That still uses the word arrays. Soy Pete does not exist. Soy Pete does not exist? Didn't we say that Soy Pete has to... Okay, we didn't. We didn't say Soy Pete had to exist. Okay, so I tried using environment variables. Oh, look guys. I misspelled something. Oh, Pedro? Pedro just reset. Oh, that was like an hour ago. Pedro's dead. It's trying to think really hard about a joke that doesn't use arrays. It doesn't know how to do that. Ah, I'm alive and kicking. It just can't tell any more jokes. What? I hard-coded that. Soy Pete doesn't exist. I literally said username equals Soy Pete. Roll? Why does it work like this? Tell me. Why does this work? Here's one. Why did the cat join in the band? Because it was a percussionist. Is it the volume it doesn't like? That's a Rickroll link? I bet it is. That would be funny. I'm not checking. Hi, Steel Toad. How are you? Oh, okay. So it was the volume that was the issue? Well, that sucks. Oh, you're saying the mounted volumes weren't the issue, the jokes were the issue? No, it was the mounted volumes. Well, that sucks. Does that mean it wants me to pass, like, database users already? Oh! It wasn't accepting connections when I mount a volume, that's it. Oh my gosh, that Pedro literally sounds sponsored. That is the most sponsored thing I have ever heard in my life. So when I mount volumes, it doesn't like my username and password that I add, essentially. So I might, yeah. That's it. Facebook's is no longer doing ad revenue. It's doing in ads. It's doing ad revenue in training, in model training. That would be funny. Can you see my dog's tail, the big one? The little one under the desk hasn't moved at all. You can see the shadows I make. I'm gonna hide the dog cam. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. Yeah, it's the bottom of the green screen. My office isn't that big. I just have 2 desks for 1 person. You know. When I worked from home every day, that was really helpful to be able to say, this is my work desk, this is my personal desk, so I could actually get work done on personal time, but I don't do that anymore. I go to the office now because if you don't go to the office, you don't know what's going on. That's literally how life works. No, if, like, there you go. That's the secret of working from home, is you don't actually have to do anything. At least that's what some people in my family think work from home means. Yeah, so I had an issue mounting the volume, so let's not worry about mounting the volume for now. And let's go back to this. Get rid of the volume. I know. Did I spell it wrong again? Analytics. Oh, it's called Analytics Postgres, not Analytics Container, dummy. Okay. So now... Okay, this isn't alive. Your connection died. No, it's running. Oh, it's not called Postgres. Yes? Oh, it's not running? Why isn't it running? Oh, is this the one I had the misspelled password? Oh gosh. Somebody just stop me. Stop me from being stupid, please. Oh, I have to type it in. I forgot I can't. I have to type it in. Give me a second. I promise it'll work this time. What? Okay, yeah, it really doesn't like me. To do these things with environment variables. The role soy Pete doesn't exist. Oh. I'm getting the same error. Give... Okay, so it doesn't like it when I use the username SoyPete. Does not like the username SoyPete. This is like... I'm gonna quit trying to be intelligent and I'll figure this out later. I don't know why I'm trying to be so smart. Let's use secure passwords and garbage. Clearly, that was never meant to be. The only thing Mariah was ever meant to do was use default passwords and default garbage. Okay, you run. Just run. So, I'm not even gonna connect because I know it will. I know it'll work. So here's what we're gonna do. We have a demo here. This demo uses my favorite tool. A set of my favorite tools. We don't need you. We're gonna do migrations. We're gonna do a goose up. We're gonna make a dir database. I know, and then you make a watch. Make dir database migrations. It's pretty simple. Sorry. I clearly need to give us a little bit more bias here. We're not running any migrations yet, but I only need to run one. So you go like this. Goose. Up. Nope. Goose down. We're not doing that. We go over here. You know, this took us all day to get Postgres running, and now I'm just barely going to do this. Is this so sad? Took you all day to get ads? Uh-oh. It says we have to do a make install, and then we have to do a create extension here, so I wanted to just do this. I don't think I can do that. I think I actually am going to have to clone it and build it. Let's put a star on it because we're using it. We back! So it looks like in order to install DuckDB onto my Postgres, I have to do a local make. So we need to add some stuff. Okay. So we'll make sure all of these things let's throw a -d in there. There you go. All the things we need. Okay. We need to set this. Okay. And then it says we should have DuckDB installed. Do you think we actually need to install DuckDB for this full extension? Probably. What are the standard set of build tools for this? Crap, I'm gonna actually need to like install Postgres and run it outside of Docker, so all of that stuff that I did was absolutely pointless. Okay. That's fine. So I need to run postgres. Basically, I should be able to do it in Docker, I think. But what I'll have to do is... Okay, that's what I thought. I can just install Postgres. Okay. Even though I would like to run it in a Docker container. I think we can. I'll just have to have a build set, and so... Let's mess around with this, and then we'll figure out the rest of it another time. PG Cuddle Cluster 13 main start? What the heck is that? Okay, so this guy said, now that you've done this, at the moment, if you try to use the Postgres SQL CLI using your user, you'll get an error saying that you don't have a role set up for this. Don't worry, as we can change to the Postgres user to create a new role. So now I just need to change to the Postgres user. So now I'm Postgres acting as root. Sweet. If I do this, the old one, this one. Oh, it's not running. Okay. I don't want to create a user. Oh, I need to be in the... Does this mean that I'm on version 13 of Postgres? Because that's going to be a problem. Right? I hope I didn't just, like, ruin everything. It's PSQL, right? Okay, so we have this. Is there a way to check the version? List views, list roles. I don't think I've updated them all. Oh, I don't want to do it as postgres. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, well, how do you check your Postgres version? Oh, I can just do that? Well, then I should have done that. What? You lied to me, Google. It doesn't know what version is. That's great. Because the PSQL version is 13.1. And we need to be on version 16 or 15 to get this working, it said. 16 or 17. Oh, and it doesn't even work on Debian. You have to be on Ubuntu or Mac OS. So why was I even trying to host it here? Somebody needs to read. You want my administrator password? because I have an administrator password. What do you think your password is, dude? Okay. Oh, I just had to exit it? How does apt-get delete things? Because that's where I'm at. Okay, thank you. Isn't that how I added it? Oh. Oh, it's PostgreSQL. I know that it's no disk space. Okay, so... now we're back here. Not here. This isn't even where we are. So DuckDB works everywhere. But here's the problem. I didn't read this ahead of time. I was like, let's just figure it out on stream. Oh, my Monday meeting was canceled. I might actually be able to get something done on Monday. Oh gosh. C#? C# is now a beginner language? That's good to know. So these are our limitations. Postgres and Ubuntu and macOS. I could legitimately run this locally, and I think DuckDB should be totally fine to be ephemeral and local. And so I could build everything locally. I just didn't want to. Oh, great. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back. Give me a break. We'll have a chair stream. Talk to Pedro. Pups, you wanna go potty? Sup, homies? So, yeah. Oh, we're on an ad break. That's even better. No, the ads are starting. So I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of done. Like, don't get me wrong, I still want to do this. But my plan of hosting meetup analytics on a Raspberry Pi I can share with people. That was my plan the whole time. I was thinking, oh, let's host this thing on Raspberry Pi. I can share it with people, whatnot. What is this knock to ask people to sell? Oh. This collab icon means you can click knock to ask to collaborate. You can knock from their channel page or your following list. I don't get it. I wasn't invited. Anyway, yeah, I'm totally done. Cause my plan to like host it on my Raspberry Pi, and I was gonna make a pipeline that did scrape the API and pulled it and kept the database up to date, and then I would have analytics queries that came after every poll that I could run and display on a dashboard, and it would be all fancy, and I could say I'm a real engineer because I have personal data pipelines running, you know. Because what makes you a real data engineer is your personal projects or data engineering projects. I'm a fake data engineer because my personal projects are just CRUD apps. Which the TwitchBot is not. It's an AI app. But you still know what, like... You understand what I'm saying. So, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm so excited to use DuckDB and Postgres, and I'll get my Mac set up to do it, and we'll run it on my Mac. I hate running things on my Mac because it can get beefy and cut into the stream, you know? Like, I really like having it on a secondary computer or something like that. I guess theoretically I could get an Ubuntu VM that would be up to date. That would work. I just can't do it on a Raspberry Pi. So I'll see how much a VM costs. And that'll be our project for a while, is getting DuckDB up and running on Postgres, but I need to plan and figure out how to do that. So I'll see you guys again. I have a meetup next week, so tune in on Tuesday to learn about some AI stuff. And we'll be back next Friday. I'm taking next Thursday and Friday off, so we will be back Thursday and Friday. I'll be working on this as well as my Go course. So, see you guys then.